Hello everybody, I'm Ela. I want to give you a quick tour of the wonderful interactive mapping tool that Gabriel has created for you all. So thank you to Gabriel for doing this at the Create Lab. The first thing you're going to do, and you can see on this web browser, I've already opened it up, is to go to this URL. This is the URL that you use to get to a website where you're going to be able to interactively edit the map. So this is where a farmer, for instance, would go. Once you type this in and hit return, you'll actually get to a different URL. It changes the URL with a special little code on the end. And this is something that the particular farmer is going to want to save, because this is the URL they're going to use to edit whatever they enter. Now, what you see below is the map. This has a little label at the top, Transformation Leaders Network, and it has a legend along the bottom. And you'll be able to use a scroll wheel or your mouse to zoom in and out. And you can see that you have the colors, and as you zoom in and out, you're able to explore the map also by panning and tilting. Now I want to show you how a particular farmer who's gone to a URL and gotten a unique code like this, how they would use this URL to actually add information. So for example, let's say I want to add information in Ethiopia. I zoom into Ethiopia, and maybe all I want to do is just say, hey, this is exactly where my farm is. So I go up to the right here, add marker, and that brings a marker in the center of the screen. I drag that to where I wish. If I click on it, I can add content. So for instance, I can say, hi there, my name is Ela, and this is my farm. Hit save, and there's the text. I can X out of this now. Now, I'm an editor of that marker, so I see that marker here, and if I go to that marker and click on it, I see it. And if I zoom out, the marker stays there, and I can move around and it's still there. Now that's a textual way of entering information, but there's more that's possible, of course. For instance, maybe I want to create a picture of a place that I care about, like my farm. So let's show you how to do that. I'm going to go ahead and add another marker, add marker, and we could do this to the same marker by clicking edit. I'm going to click here, and here we're going to add some content. So I'm going to say, I am Julia, and here is a picture of my farm. Now, when you want to add a picture to one of these markers, all you need to do is have that picture available somewhere online from where you can edit and embed it. For instance, Flickr. So I've gone to Flickr here and just done an image search for Ethiopia and farm, just to show you this as an example. So here's a picture in Flickr, and you can see that picture. I'm going to click this arrow button, which means share. And when I click that button, there's many ways in which Flickr lets me look at the picture. One is it shows you this share, which is just a link to that Flickr page. You want to go to embed. And once you get to embed, you can actually choose the size you want to embed. You don't want it to be huge. It will take up the whole screen. So I like medium or small. I'm going to go with small. Once you do that, you get this large code that's basically a instruction to the computer to be able to show this image in the correct ratio in the map. So I just copy this whole code here, and then I can go back to my map that's editable, and I can simply paste it. So I've pasted that entire piece of code into this, and when I hit save now, there's my text. I'm Julia, here's a picture of my farm, and here's the picture of the farm. And I've located that in my map of Ethiopia. I'm going to exit that now, and just for completeness, show you that the exact same thing is possible with video. Now notice with the picture, they need to take a picture, then they need to upload it to a website where it's shareable, like Flickr. The same thing holds of videos. Somebody could make a short video and put it on Vimeo or YouTube. And for instance, let's say in Mozambique, I've made a video about farming practices on my farm. So I'm going to add a marker, take it to Mozambique, to my place in Mozambique. And here on YouTube, I've gone to this quite interesting video called Harvest of Plenty, Conservation Farming in Mozambique. I'm going to click the share button here. And when I click the share button, I get options, share, embed, and email. I choose embed. And sure enough, here I have a code from YouTube. I copy that code. I'll go back to the map now. And I can write some text, add some text, and then I will paste in that code. And when I save that, I get my text, and I get a completely playable video. So I can literally hit play on that and play the video within the image, which is quite cool. So as far as a single farmer goes, once they've created this URL, they're going to be able to edit the map by adding their markers to it, and they'll see just their markers on that. At the same time, we have another URL that you can use on your World Economic Forum site, or anybody can use, to see an aggregate of all the markers that the farmers are adding. That is this URL. And of course, I'll email it to you. But when you go there, then lo and behold, you can see everything added by any farmer, even though they use their own individual URLs. And if I click on them, I can actually see them, but I can't edit them. So this is a way to view everything without having people accidentally delete one another's work. So that's it. I hope that this proves to be useful. I hope the video is an easy way to get a sense of what this is like.